Harper, Lennox, and Calliope were supposed to have a quiet Saturday morning. That plan lasted exactly 5 minutes. "I swear I can make pancakes without burning the kitchen down this time," Harper said confidently, flipping a pan like a pro chef. Lennox raised an eyebrow. "Last time you nearly burned your eyebrows off." Calliope giggled, scrolling through her phone. "This is going to be epic. I'm getting popcorn." Harper cracked the eggs with precision, poured the batter, and bam! Smoke erupted. The pan caught fire. "Harper, the fire, the fire!" Lennox screamed, trying to fan the flames. Calliope shrieked with laughter instead of helping. "This is better than TV." Before long, the kitchen was a mess of burnt pancakes, fire extinguisher foam, and 3 hysterical girls. But through the chaos, they couldn't stop laughing. "You know," Harper gasped between laughs, "I wouldn't trade you guys for the world." "Good," Calliope said, wiping tears from her eyes, "because if you set the apartment on fire again, I'm moving in with my cat." By nightfall, the girls had cleaned up, and the apartment rooftop became their private club. Music blasted, fairy lights twinkled, and they danced like nobody was watching. "Remember," Lennox said, "we agreed. No falling in love. Life's too short, and love is too much drama." "Agreed," Calliope said, spinning in circles. "We'll just have fun forever." Harper smiled, secretly thinking about someone she'd met last week at a bookstore. But she shook it off. Tonight was about them, their freedom, their laughter. Monday morning came too fast. Harper worked at a quirky bookstore. Lennox freelanced as a photographer, and Calliope tattooed in her downtown shop. "Coffee first," Harper mumbled. "Life without caffeine is illegal." The girls texted each other throughout the day, sharing memes, complaining about boring bosses, and plotting their next adventure. Even in mundane jobs, they found ways to make life funny. It was a small cafe, the smell of fresh pastries filling the air. Harper juggled her sketchbook and coffee when, splash. "Oh my God!" Harper yelped. Her sketchbook was soaked. "I am so sorry," a deep voice said. Harper looked up. Thayer Whitman, handsome, tall, expensive-looking watch glinting on his wrist, held out a napkin. "It's fine," Harper said, flustered. Her friends would never believe this. Lennox and Calliope later teased her mercilessly. "You're blushing," Calliope squealed. "Oh, I see him stealing your heart already." Harper swore she wasn't, but maybe a little. Girls' night out at their favorite diner. "So," Lennox said, leaning in. "Coffee boy again?" Harper rolled her eyes. "It's just, he's polite and kind." Calliope smirked. "Kind, that's your code word for I like him." They laughed, toasted milkshakes, and planned a weekend road trip. Life was light, fun, and unpredictable. Thayer started texting Harper, small compliments, invitations. Harper's heart raced, but she kept it casual. Calliope, however, felt a weird sting of jealousy. Lennox noticed, raising an eyebrow. "Girls," Lennox said, "don't let a guy ruin our chaos." Calliope laughed it off, but in her heart, the seed of envy had already been planted. A 2-day road trip to a lakeside town. Music blasted. The girls sang off-key and laughed at each other's terrible dancing. Harper's mind wandered to Thayer. Was it love? Infatuation? Fun? She didn't know. Calliope noticed, and she didn't like it. One late night, Harper admitted to Lennox, I like him." Lennox smiled. "I thought so. Just be careful." Calliope overheard them from the bathroom. Her jealousy festered. Of course she'd catch a rich guy, she muttered under her breath. At a charity gala, Harper looked radiant in a simple black dress. Thayer couldn't take his eyes off her. Calliope, green with envy, tried to subtly sabotage Harper's outfit by spilling a little wine. Harper laughed it off, but the tension was growing. Calliope started subtle sabotage, making snide remarks, hinting at Harper's flaws to Thayer. Lennox saw it and warned her. But Calliope was stubborn. A bitter lesson emerged. Jealousy, even small, can start to poison friendship. Late-night drinks led to secret spilling. "I envy you," Calliope admitted, half-joking. "You get everything. Money, attention, a cute guy." Harper tried to console her. "We're friends, Nothing changes that. But deep down, Harper knew the dynamic had shifted. Calliope embarrassed Harper at work on purpose. Voices were raised. Lennox sided with Harper. Calliope stormed out, vowing revenge. Friendship cracked. Thea finally confessed. "I like you, Harper, I really do." Harper's heart raced. But guilt about Calliope and Lennox weighed on her. Complicated emotions swirled. Harper tried to balance love and friendship. Lennox mediated, but Calliope's jealousy grew more toxic. Harper felt trapped. Calliope's sabotage went public, embarrassing Harper in front of everyone. Tension exploded. The chapter ended with Harper questioning everything: friendship, love, and trust. After Calliope's public sabotage, Harper tried to confront her, but Calliope refused to talk. Lennox acted as mediator, but the tension between the girls was palpable. "I can't believe she'd do that," Harper muttered, scrolling through social media comments mocking her. "We'll get through it," Lennox said, placing a comforting hand on her shoulder. "She's just jealous. Don't let it ruin us." Calliope, meanwhile, secretly plotted her next move, determined to win or destroy Harper. Thea showed up at Harper's apartment with flowers. "I didn't want to wait any longer," he said. Harper's heart fluttered. Calliope peeked through the blinds, seething. She whispered to herself, "Not for long." Lennox warned her, "Back off, Calliope, you're going too far." But Calliope ignored her. Harper's artwork was displayed in a small gallery. Thea came to support her. Calliope arrived too, pretending to be friendly but secretly spilling wine on Harper's dress. Harper laughed, trying to mask embarrassment. Lennox glared at Calliope, while Thea's gaze remained loving and supportive. Calliope's envy deepened. She wanted more than attention. She wanted to break Harper completely. Late at night, Harper and Thea talked under the stars. Harper admitted her fears about losing her friends. "I can't promise Calliope will behave," Thea said gently, "but I can promise you this: I'm not going anywhere." Harper smiled, feeling warmth she hadn't felt in a long time. Meanwhile, Calliope's envy grew like wildfire. Calliope began texting Thea anonymously, spreading lies about Harper. Lennox discovered it, but hesitated to tell Harper, hoping Calliope would stop herself. She didn't. Harper's past came to light when a distant cousin visited, revealing that Harper had inherited money she never mentioned. Calliope used this to paint Harper as materialistic to Thea. Harper was shocked, feeling torn between trust and hurt. Thea defended her fiercely, angering Calliope even more. Calliope finally confronted Harper. Words were exchanged, accusations flew, and Lennox stepped in to prevent a physical fight. "You're supposed to be my friend," Harper shouted. "I am," Calliope cried, "but you have everything, and I have nothing." The fight ended with silence. Broken hearts and shattered trust filled the apartment. A new character entered, Ezra, a charming bartender who befriended Calliope. He supported her jealousy and encouraged mischief. Calliope felt emboldened, believing she could finally win. Harper and Lennox noticed Ezra's influence and grew wary. The girls went on a weekend trip to a beach town to reconnect, but Calliope's jealousy poisoned the mood. She subtly flirted with Thea at the hotel lobby, making Harper uncomfortable. Tension filled the air, and Lennox tried in vain to keep peace. At a crowded restaurant, Calliope publicly insulted Harper, calling her fake and selfish. Thea defended Harper, but the incident went viral on social media. Harper felt humiliated. Lennox was furious. Calliope felt victorious but empty inside. Calliope privately apologized to Harper, but it was half-hearted. Harper wanted to forgive, but couldn't fully trust her. "I just don't want to lose you," Calliope said, tears in her eyes. Harper sighed. "You've hurt me too much, Calliope. I don't know if things can ever go back to normal." Harper and Thea grew closer, sharing quiet moments in cafes, bookstores, and parks. Their love strengthened despite the chaos around them. Calliope watched from afar, her jealousy turning bitter. Lennox remained Harper's unwavering support. Calliope and Ezra plotted a big betrayal to sabotage a major event Harper was hosting, a charity fundraiser. Lennox overheard and warned Harper. "You have to be careful," she said. They're planning something big. Harper prepared herself, determined not to let Calliope win. The event began flawlessly. Guests praised Harper's work, but Calliope tried to ruin everything, spilling drinks, spreading rumors, and causing minor chaos. Despite this, Harper remained calm, Thea by her side, handling problems with charm and intelligence. Calliope's attempts failed, leaving her frustrated. After the event, Harper confronted Calliope. "Why do you keep doing this?" Harper asked, voice trembling. I wanted everything you have," Calliope admitted, finally honest. Harper hugged her, bittersweet. "You can't have happiness by hurting others. You'll never find it that way." Calliope realized the truth in Harper's words, but wasn't ready to change entirely. After the charity event, Calliope avoided Harper, leaving Lennox to worry. Harper focused on her relationship with Thea, but the emptiness of a fractured friendship lingered. One evening, Harper sat on the rooftop, staring at the city lights. Lennox joined her silently, offering comfort. "You okay?" Lennox asked. "I don't know," Harper admitted. "I miss Calliope, but I can't trust her." Calliope spread subtle lies about Harper at work and to mutual friends. Some people started doubting Harper's character. Harper felt the sting, but Thea stood by her. "Ignore them. I know who you are," he said, holding her hand tightly. Calliope watched from afar, her envy growing darker. Harper cried alone one night after reading an unkind message about herself. Lennox found her and stayed until she calmed down. "You're stronger than this," Lennox whispered. "You don't need their approval." Harper nodded, realizing her strength came from within, not from people who envied her. Calliope, fueled by jealousy, began to flirt with Thea in public, making Harper uncomfortable. Harper tried to ignore it, but even Thea noticed. "I can't believe she's doing this," Harper said quietly. Thea smiled reassuringly. "She can try, but she won't win your heart. That's mine." Calliope fumed, feeling powerless and desperate. Ezra, Calliope's partner in sabotage, accidentally revealed their plan to Harper. Harper confronted Calliope. "Why are you doing this?" Harper asked, tears in her eyes. I don't know," Calliope admitted. "I just can't stand seeing you happy with him." Harper felt heartbreak for her friend, realizing jealousy can twist even the closest bonds. Thea decided to test Calliope's intentions. He invited her to a casual lunch to talk, but subtly made her realize that no amount of scheming could win Harper's heart. Calliope left, humiliated, her envy intensifying. Harper started to focus on herself more, her art, her dreams, and her relationship with Thea. She realized happiness couldn't come from avoiding pain, but from standing firm in her choices. Lennox cheered her on, proud of Harper's resilience. Calliope's jealousy took a darker turn. She tried to set Harper up for a serious misunderstanding with Thea, leaving fake messages and planting false evidence of betrayal. Harper sensed something was off and confronted Calliope before the plan could succeed. "Enough, Calliope," Harper shouted. "This ends now." Calliope, for the first time, felt true shame. After the confrontation, Calliope finally broke down, crying in front of Lennox. "I don't know who I am without you," she admitted. Lennox hugged her tightly. "Jealousy isn't who you are. You're better than this." Calliope realized she had been trying to fill a void with envy and control. Harper decided to forgive Calliope, but slowly. Trust had to be earned. The girls started small, sharing meals, laughter, and memories, but the wounds were still raw. Thea watched this carefully, proud of Harper's strength and compassion. Harper's biggest art exhibition yet. She poured her soul into her work, showing resilience and passion. Calliope attended quietly, ashamed but supportive. She saw firsthand that Harper's happiness couldn't be destroyed by jealousy or lies. Thea publicly declared his love for Harper at the art show. Harper, glowing, felt a love stronger than she had ever known. Calliope, witnessing this, finally let go of her envy, though it hurt. The girls tried to rebuild their friendship. Calliope apologized sincerely, Harper accepted, and Lennox encouraged them to leave the past behind. The three of them shared laughter again, tentative but real. An elderly neighbor, Mrs. Whitaker, gave Calliope advice. You can't chase happiness by taking it from others. You must find your own joy. Calliope took it to heart, slowly learning that envy only destroys. Calliope started focusing on herself, her art, passions, and career. Harper and Thea's love flourished. Lennox remained the glue holding the group together. The girls realized life wasn't about competition. It was about support, love, and growth. One evening, Harper and Thea were relaxing at Harper's apartment when a group of old friends arrived unexpectedly. Among them was Sloane, a glamorous woman from Thea's past. Calliope noticed immediately and felt a pang of jealousy return. "You okay?" Lennox whispered. Harper smiled nervously. "Yeah, just a little nervous, that's all." Sloane flirted subtly with Thea, trying to stir tension. Harper remained calm, but Calliope feared the old pattern repeating itself. Thea gently reassured Harper, "I'm here with you and only you." Calliope realized that not all battles are external. Some are battles of trust and perception. The girls went clubbing to release stress. Harper and Thea danced closely, their chemistry undeniable. Calliope tried to join them in mischief, but found herself feeling empty without Harper's rivalry to feed her ego. Lennox laughed, noticing Calliope's change. "You're quieter tonight. Growing up?" Calliope smirked faintly, unsure herself. Harper and Calliope shared a rare moment alone. I've made a lot of mistakes," Calliope confessed. "I know," Harper said gently, "and I forgive you. But I need honesty now. No more games." Calliope nodded, tears in her eyes. "I want to try to really be happy for you." Thea hinted at future plans with Harper, a small private suggestion of moving in together. Harper's heart soared, but she hesitated, remembering past chaos. Calliope, secretly observing, felt both envy and relief. Envy for the love, relief that Harper was finally safe and happy. Harper's art business expanded. Calliope, now focusing on her own career, felt the sting of comparison but tried to channel it positively. Lennox encouraged her to embrace her own talents. For the first time, Calliope experienced pride in her own accomplishments instead of Harper's. Calliope confessed to Lennox that she still sometimes feels jealous but is learning to control it. Lennox praised her growth. "You're finally seeing that happiness isn't a competition," Lennox said. Calliope smiled faintly, a weight lifting off her chest. Harper and Thea attended a public event together. Hand in hand, they radiated love. Calliope watched quietly and smiled genuinely for the first time. The girls were slowly becoming whole again. Friendship was healing alongside Harper and Thea's romance. A small misunderstanding arose when Calliope misread a text between Harper and Thea. Old feelings of insecurity bubbled up, leading to a tense confrontation. "Why would he say that?" Calliope asked Harper. "It's nothing," Harper said firmly. "Trust me. Stop doubting everything." Calliope realized her habit of jumping to jealousy could ruin what little peace remained. Harper invited Thea to meet her extended family. Calliope tagged along, still feeling protective but learning to let go. The day ended warmly, with laughter, shared meals, and bonds strengthening. Even Calliope felt included rather than excluded, realizing life was bigger than rivalry. Harper and Thea shared a quiet evening, talking about dreams, fears, and future plans. Their intimacy grew beyond romance. It became true partnership. Calliope reflected silently, appreciating love from afar without resentment. Calliope publicly supported Harper at an art show, defending her when a jealous critic spoke. Her honesty surprised everyone, even herself. Harper hugged her. "I see the real you. Thank you." Calliope finally felt the joy of supporting a friend without envy. Lennox, always the glue, received a job offer abroad. Harper, Thea, and Calliope celebrated her success, but also felt a bittersweet sadness. The girls realized that growth sometimes means distance, but love and friendship remain. The three friends sat on the rooftop, reminiscing about their wild adventures and mistakes. "We've all been crazy," Harper said, laughing. Yeah, but we survived it, Calliope added, smiling genuinely. Lennox raised her glass. To us, 3 wild hearts. Harper and Thea shared a quiet moment. I promise to always stand by you, Thea whispered. And I promise to love you, in all the chaos and calm, Harper replied. Calliope, watching them from the balcony, smiled. She had learned that happiness couldn't be stolen. It had to be nurtured, shared, and earned. Calliope's past envy briefly resurfaces when a wealthy investor shows interest in her art. She feels the old thrill of attention, but quickly realizes it's hollow compared to the genuine love and friendship she has witnessed in Harper and Thea. I don't need this to feel alive, Calliope whispers to Lennox. Lennox smiles. See? You're finally learning. Harper receives an offer to showcase her artwork overseas. It's a dream come true, but the thought of leaving Thea, even temporarily, worries her. Thea reassures her, holding her hand. Go chase your dreams. I'll be here when you return. Harper feels immense gratitude, realizing true love isn't about possession, it's about support. During Harper's absence for her exhibit, Calliope steps up to maintain peace. She supports Lennox and checks in on Harper. Calliope quietly reflects. Jealousy fades when purpose and self-worth replace insecurity. Harper returns, triumphant and confident, finding Thea waiting with a bouquet. Their reunion is emotional, heartfelt, and deeply romantic. Calliope confesses to Harper and Lennox all the schemes she ever tried. No excuses, just honesty. Harper smiles through tears. I forgive you, Calliope. You've grown, and that's all I needed to see. Lennox hugs them both. The past is the past. Let's move forward. Harper and Thea throw a small celebration with friends and family. Laughter, dancing, and heartfelt toasts fill the evening. Calliope and Lennox toast to friendship, finally feeling pure joy for Harper's happiness. Calliope's art begins receiving recognition. She feels pride in her own achievements, not by comparing herself to Harper. Her personal growth is evident. She smiles genuinely, without envy, and her confidence radiates. Harper and Thea's relationship deepens. They travel together, work on creative projects, and share quiet nights. Their love is playful, passionate, and secure. Harper reflects. Love isn't chaos. It's trust, laughter, and being understood. Lennox leaves for her international photography assignment. The 3 friends say goodbye with tears and laughter. Harper whispers, distance won't break us. Calliope smiles, feeling the truth in the words. Friendship isn't about proximity. It's about connection and trust. Thea surprises Harper with a romantic, heartfelt proposal at the rooftop, where they shared so many memories. Harper, he whispers, kneeling, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Tears fill Harper's eyes. Yes, 1,000 times yes. The friends celebrate, tears of joy and laughter blending into the night sky. Calliope and Harper have one last private conversation. I'm really happy for you, Calliope says. And I mean it this time. No envy. Harper hugs her tightly. We all needed to grow, Calliope. And you did. I'm proud of you. Friendship fully restored, stronger than ever. Harper reflects on the past chaos and heartbreak. Jealousy destroys, honesty heals. Love is patient, kind, and supportive. True friendship survives trials. Calliope reflects as well. Chasing others' happiness won't bring peace. Only embracing oneself does. Harper and Thea move into a new apartment together, filled with art, laughter, and love. Calliope starts her own gallery, Lennox travels, and the girls remain close despite distance. Life is no longer chaotic in a destructive way. It's a joyful, fulfilled chaos. Calliope meets someone new, a kind, funny man who appreciates her for who she is. She realizes love isn't about competition. It's about connection. Harper and Thea support her happiness wholeheartedly. The 3 friends reunite on the rooftop, reminiscing and laughing. To chaos, laughter, and love, Harper says. To growing together, Calliope adds. To wild hearts that never break, Lennox finishes. They toast, knowing that friendship, love, and forgiveness make life beautiful. Harper and Thea hold each other, looking at the skyline. Life had thrown jealousy, betrayal, and heartbreak their way, but love and trust endured. Calliope watches, smiling, feeling fulfilled and free from envy. Lennox sends pictures from her travels, keeping the bond alive. The story ends on a heartfelt note: love, friendship, and self-growth triumph, leaving a bittersweet yet romantic lesson for all. I feel so happy you stayed with me till the end. Kindly support this channel by hitting that subscribe button for more powerful stories like this. Also, like, share, and comment your thoughts, so we can grow together. Thank you, and I will see you again soon.